Welcome back to my Final Fantasy XIV drama series. Today's drama story is about Discord Masturbator. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. This one's spicy. I have been playing Final Fantasy XIV off and on since my friend convinced me and some of our friends, including my then spouse, to play with her back in 2019. I created a Zayla Paladin, as I'm main Paladin in World of Warcraft. So Zayla is an Aura clan or tribe. After doing a few quests, I realized it wasn't to my liking as it was different from the Paladin in WoW. I decided to try out White Mage and another character on Balmung. Unfortunately, after some time later, my spouse left me and I started playing with my best friend more. As he is not into RP in Final Fantasy XIV, we just did quests and leveled together. After some time, my friend and I joined a Discord server that we were invited to by a mutual friend. In this Discord, I met Leon. After talking for some time, Leon mentioned that they ran a Final Fantasy XIV Discord and a FC on his main on Mateus, and he also had an alt on Balmung. They asked me to join their FC, so I decided to transfer one of my characters onto Mateus. As I was transferring my character, another member in the Discord named Jay asked me to join their RPFC, but this one was on Balmung, which was good because I still had my Mikote White Mage on Balmung. Jay ran a RPing FC that was about a family that was exiled from Sui no Sato due to messing with forbidden magic and were now living in Eorzea. The FC included Jay and his 4 spouses, who I will give Lion King female names to: Kiara, Nala, Sarabi, and Zira. Jay told me his character was very xenophobic, and especially towards Zayla. So xenophobic is hating, disliking, or having prejudice against people from other countries, just in case some people don't know. After hearing this, I was worried and asked Jay if it was going to be a problem since I am a Mikote. He reassured me it was not going to be a problem and I shouldn't worry about it. He also told me I should come up with a backstory for my character. After some time, I whipped up my character's backstory, which is as follows. Orphan Mikote, who grew up in a super religious village in the mountains, raised by her grandparents. After the death of her grandparents, she became depressed and didn't know what to do until an adventurer came to their village one day and shared stories of their travels and adventures. She became inspired and begged the stranger to teach her, and the stranger agreed. After 2 rough months of training hard, she became a white mage and decided to set forth to Ul'dah to help people, and that is how she came into the FC. The OP said that they got a little bit carried away with the backstory. Sorry, LOL. I do not mind. I think it was great. So my role in the FC was the midwife to the spouses when they would have children, as well as care for their injuries. I usually RP'd with Leon, as we were both RPing staff of the family, and honestly, not much more for us to do otherwise. Leon also had a side RP with Nala, who was also friends with Jay and one of his spouses. Nala's main character was Leon's sister, and got him into pit fighting. I would now and again tag along to heal Leon and whoever else needed help. So fast forward a few days and Leon had to go out of town. We were all hanging out at the FC and Jay ran up to me in Coral Beach Briefs Speedos and nearly cornered my character next to the bath. I burst out laughing and said, "You must have not seen me down here, as I am the smallest height allowed." Later that day, Leon and I had a heart-to-heart and planned for RP when he got back into town. The next day, I ran into Jay while doing a few things. It was raining and he pulled out an umbrella and offered to make some tea for us, which I thought was nice since drinking tea in a dry room is better than standing out in the rain. After talking for a while, he brought up that my character has never been on a date and offered to take her out on one. Staying in character, I questioned this as it didn't seem like normal behavior for a boss. He shrugged the question off and said, "Every woman should get to feel like a princess." I thought about it and said yes to the date, and he got all excited and shouted, "We shall go at once!" We went to the Culinarians Guild HQ in Limsa, to which he bought a bottle of red wine, even though my character doesn't drink and doesn't have a tolerance for alcohol. And later, we went to a hot spring. He handed me a bathing suit, and when I asked where his bathing suit was, he said, "Oh, I forgot mine." So he stayed over on the banks in his full armor of gold he normally wears. I asked him why he was acting weirdly, and as I finished that sentence, he grabbed my wrist and pulled me towards him and kissed me. One thing led to another, and we ended up being intimate after he pushed me against a rock. Where's the consent? I'm kidding. The next day, Jay pulled me into a voice call and said, "Well, I messed up. We need to retcon this, as this is something my character wouldn't do." He made it seem like I seduced him and caused all these issues, as he told the other players who played his spouses he slept with the doctor, which led to Kiara and Zira complaining and then leaving. I offered to Fantasia to arraign the other Aura clan, as I wanted to not just retcon my character. In hindsight, I should have. I fantasized about becoming another one of the spouses, as I don't like being the cause of drama and conflict, and my character would not have just had a one-night stand. I went ahead and fantasiaed. That evening, Leon logged on his Hrothgar alt to duel Zack. Alright, who the hell is Zack? And he joked about spending time with my character if he won. He said all this in front of Jay, since he was there, and Jay always invited all of his spouses to watch him possibly duel also. Jay got defensive and said, "That's my spouse!" To which Leon was a bit upset, as it was out of left field. Leon beat Jay easily, to which Jay wanted a rematch, this time on Balmung, so he could switch to his alt. Leon returned on his Balmung alt, saying that if he won, he wanted to take my character for a walk. Jay agreed and lost again, so my character and Leon went on a walk. And that's all it was. When I got back from my walk, Jay was upset and didn't talk to me. When Jay finally opened up days later, he told me he was afraid of losing me, which confused me. Guys in my chat, you guys are so funny. Okay, let me focus this some more. I'll read the comments later. When Jay finally opened up days later, he told me he was afraid of losing me, which confused me, as the walk was just a walk, nothing more. He then announced he just wanted the other spouses, Nala and Sarabi, with him doing a ceremony with one, returning his ring and marrying the other. I said, "Shouldn't you marry Nala, since you have been with her longer and have known her since childhood?" My questions fell on deaf ears, and as I stood there, he turned to me and handed me the bracelet that starts the eternal bonding questline. In hindsight, it was a bad idea, as I overlooked all the red flags he was giving off. After taking it off of him, he said I was now pregnant, and I agreed. Woo! Pregnant? Damn! Just like that. Jay had my character and his RP the whole quest and walked to every single place, with frequent breaks, as he wanted some time with my character. So by the time we finished all the parts to set up the ceremony, my character was feeling symptoms of the pregnancy. Leon decided to leave the FC after the way he was treated the same day my character and his had a deep RP and had me in tears IRL. Leon was the first guy she ever had feelings for and was her protector. Losing him made her feel alone and vulnerable. The ceremony goes off, and as I put together some vows on the spot, as to me, it was no big deal. There were paragraphs at the end screaming in the chapel, "I love you," to my character. A few days later, Jay took my character to where they were to have their honeymoon, and we were in a Discord voice call and RPing. When Jay said he would be right back, he either intentionally or forgot that he was not on mute, and I heard him performing a sex act. Moaning my character's name, I was thinking, I am not that good of a role player, and stayed on call in a bit of confusion and shock. Later, he came back and realized he wasn't on mute and acting like it was an accident. I took his apology, and that is when he asked if we could date. What a gentleman. I stated, I thought you were in a relationship with the person playing your first spouse, as I was told by Leon when he sensed Jay's intention during a Discord call. Jay said he and the other person decided they were better off as friends. He kept asking and nudging until I relented and said sure. He quickly told me he loves me, which makes me want to run in the opposite direction, as I need to know someone before I develop an attraction, and a few glances on camera via Discord voice call isn't enough. Also, as my birthday was in 2 weeks, he wanted to do all these big things for me, such as drawing my character and wanting to buy me stuff on Steam. I thought the art was enduring, but I don't like people throwing money at me, and I feel incredibly guilty when people do. This continues while at the same time, he also wants to, I see, in character, claim my Mateus character is a sailor. Okay, so he wanted to claim the OP's Mateus character, which is a sailor, which she pointed out as they would slice you on sight, as she has no qualms about it. And you supposedly hate Sailor. Why are you making moves on her too? Jay wanted my character to do things with the other spouse, Nala, as he watched. Damn, Jay! Jay's a dog! As you could guess, the RP sessions with Jay were getting rough. Sorry, I'm making jokes. With my character, who in story was pregnant with twins, finding Jay flirting with another female Rain outside of the city he was allegedly exiled from, I questioned Jay, who said the person was a friend, and proceeded to throw my character against a rock and have very rough RP session with her. This culminated with the day before my birthday, talking with Leon privately on his server about some things I mentioned, as well as how I was truly feeling, as I felt pressured and felt out of control of both characters anymore. He pulled Jay and I into a voice call so I could express myself without worry of being by myself. I stated I liked him as a friend, but he was moving way too fast for my comfort, and it takes me a good bit of time to develop those. As Jay was a repeat offender on blurring in character with out of character, Leon booted him from his Discord. He apologized respectively in DMs, and I had that character leave the FC, change her name and server to leave that behind. Sadly, that was not the case. I found out that someone whom I thought was a friend to Leon and I was also in both FCs and Discords, was reporting back to Jay anything that I did. Like when I temporarily left Leon's FC to join a RP1 a short time later while sitting in that FC's Discord, I noticed a new member that looked damned familiar. I clicked on the profile and sure enough, it was Jay. I DM'd the FC/Discord owner stating, "This is the guy who bled out of character with in character, and I do not feel comfortable being in a Discord or a FC with him in it because of this." This must have fallen on deaf ears, or this mutual friend probably stated I was making up shit, as he was in there till I left. I removed him from all friends and blocked him on Discord, and when I stated what was going on to Leon about Nala, he removed her from the Discord, as it was known she liked to metagame and report stuff back to Jay. Until recently, I noticed him seeming to pop up wherever I was in Ulda, whether on Jay or one of his many alts. until someone showed me his lodestone and his friends list on that character. There it was. My characters who had changed names and fantasiaed, all of Leon's he knew of, including the former Balmung Alt, some of Leon's best friends, Zira's characters, and others who left from harassment or not returning his feelings. I tried repeatedly to add him to a block list, but Final Fantasy XIV wouldn't let me unless I have interacted with him recently, while he can have my characters on his friends list and track their every move. Because of this, I usually only RP now with certain people and now use Fade to Black. I am still in Leon's Discord and now both characters are in there. The end. What are my thoughts about this story? Y'all need Jesus. Now, to be fair, like, everyone has their own thing. I respect that this is their, you know, everyone's thing. But dude, that Jay guy was like a dog. Dude, like, Jay wanted it all. He was like, I want to have 4 wives. I want to do whatever I want with any girl in this RP world. And I want to have you watch. I want to get you pregnant. I want to watch you two do it. Like, he wanted it all. And it was wild. And oh my god! Whatever sexual act he did on the voice call, that would have been awkward as hell. I would have just like hung up. Like, I mean, first of all, I wouldn't even be in that situation because I don't do art role playing or anything. But like, if I was there, I would have been like, what the fuck is he's literally doing sexual acts and I can hear it. I'm leaving. No, I'm gone. You know what's really interesting, I just want to say also, is that the fighting parts where it's like, I will fight, we will duel for the lady. It was so cute. Like, where are you guys doing this? Is it in the PvP arena? You know, that little section where you can like practice? Is that where you guys were fighting? I want to know. Yeah, Wolf's Den. That's so funny. It's a whole new world with role playing, you know? Basically, Jay needs to touch grass and nobody else. Every day we stray further from Heidelin. Not even post-nut clarity could stop him. I was not prepared to read that part where like you heard him doing sexual acts. Oh my god. I was like, I was dying. I was like, I need to put this on stream and read it to everyone. I hope you like that I gave all of his wives Lion King female names. Yo, look, I'm another one of the now former spouses. Hello, I am tempted to tell my side. Dude, I've always wanted this. I always wanted that if I posted a story up on my YouTube, someone who is familiar with the story will be like, yo, I know this story. I'm gonna say my side. And that's a part 2, baby. We got part 2. Hot Mic Discord Wank would be a good title. You all need Heidelin. Yeah, I should have said that. Y'all need Heidelin. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this Final Fantasy XIV drama story. If you have any of your own drama stories that you'd like me to share and read out anonymously, feel free to reach out to my Discord, discord.gg/Pathra. And if you would like to support the content by tipping, feel free to join and become a YouTube member with some perks.